0 plus 0 equals what? This opinion by Abbas Nasir addresses the Arab response to Trump's Gaza displacement plan. Despite signs of defiance from the Arab states, most significantly Saudi Arabia, to U.S. President Donald Trump's Gaza ethnic cleansing plan, which visualizes forced displacement of some 2 million Palestinians, a clean-out to build Middle East Riviera, the coming week will make clear if the Arab leaders' words were just words or will translate into something more concrete. Signs of defiance means indications of resistance. Ethnic cleansing refers to forced removal of a population. Visualizes means plans or imagines. Translate into something more concrete means to turn words into actions. This coming Thursday, Qatar, Egypt, Jordan, the UAE, and host Saudi Arabia will discuss the Arab plan, reportedly being prepared by Egypt ahead of the February 27th Arab Summit in Cairo, as a counter-proposal aimed at peace and reconstruction in Gaza without displacing the Palestinians. Counter-proposal means an alternative plan. Reconstruction refers to rebuilding efforts. UAE Ambassador to the U.S. Youssef Al-Otaiba said in Dubai last Wednesday he saw no alternative to the Trump plan, fueling skepticism about the stance of the Arab world. Fueling skepticism means increasing doubts. Stance means position or attitude. These doubts are magnified by the fact that the UAE is one of the main OIC Arab members to be Israel's partner in the Abraham Accords. It is also a destination where IDF soldiers go for R&R without fearing the law. Magnified means made bigger. OIC Arab members refers to countries in the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. R&R means rest and relaxation. Those who continue to harbor doubts about the real position of the Arab and the wider Muslim world point to a number of factors regarding their fears. Harbor doubts means to have ongoing suspicions. Real position means actual stance. The first is that despite strong statements against Israel's mass murder in Gaza, it has remained business as usual for many of these states. Mass murder means large-scale killings. Business as usual means no real change in actions. What is not unpredictable is the Palestinians' will to fight for the liberation of their land. Not unpredictable means certain or expected. Liberation of their land means freedom from occupation. Whilst Israel imposed a brutal Gaza lockdown and allowed in only a trickle of supplies to the besieged Palestinians, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan, according to Israeli claims denied by Jordan, left the land supply route unimpeded from the Gulf ports through their territories to Israel. Amendment imposed means enforced. Brutal lockdown means harsh restrictions. Trickle of supplies means very little aid. Besieged Palestinians refers to those trapped under attack. Unimpeded means not blocked. Turkey, too, has lashed out at Israel's Gaza campaign in tough words. But the oil supply from Azerbaijan via Georgia and the Turkish port Ceyhan via the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan pipeline continued to the apartheid state. It supplies nearly 30% of Israel's oil needs. This was critical during its military campaign. Lashed out means strongly criticized. Apartheid state refers to allegations of systematic discrimination. Critical means crucial or essential. The Erdogan government also facilitated the rise of its proxy HTS administration in Syria, which enabled Israel to swallow additional chunks of the Golan Heights, including the strategically important Mount Hermon, from where Israel can monitor both South Lebanon and the Bekaa Valley, a Hezbollah stronghold, as well as Damascus to its northeast. Facilitated means helped or allowed. Proxy administration means an indirect government controlled by another. Swallow additional chunks means take more territory. Strategically important means valuable for military advantage. Notwithstanding these examples, it is also true that Saudi Arabia, which like almost all Arab and Gulf states views Islamists such as the Muslim Brotherhood and Hamas as a threat to the status quo and its rule, has consistently called for a two-state solution as part of the normalization of relations with Israel before it enters into the Abraham Accords. Notwithstanding means despite. Status quo means existing order. Two-state solution refers to Israel and Palestine coexisting as separate states. Normalization means establishing formal ties. Also, the Gaza war saw Turkey's annual $7 billion trade with Israel reduced to less than half. Turkish trade and industry sources say the remaining volume is not due to state deals, which have been banned, but because of agreements between foreign-owned companies in Turkey and the apartheid state. Annual trade means yearly economic exchange. State deals means government contracts. Foreign-owned companies means businesses controlled by non-Turkish entities. These facts need to be factored in, but for a balanced analysis, it is also important to look at the compelling factors for Arab states to oppose displacement. Factored in means considered. Balanced analysis means fair assessment. Compelling factors mean strong reasons. Egypt has vehemently opposed displacement from Gaza to its territory for two reasons. Vehemently opposed means strongly resisted. The first, of course, is it might prove a shot in the arm for the Islamists that this government and its predecessors have fought against. Combined with the Hamas presence among displaced Palestinians, the Muslim Brotherhood may regain its power that President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has brutally suppressed. Shot in the arm means a boost. Fought against means opposed. Regain its power means return to influence. Brutally suppressed means harshly controlled. No less important is Egypt's fear that any future action in the occupied territories by Palestinian fighters may bring Israel's retaliation to its soil and suck it into a new vicious conflict, which might shred the Camp David peace accords it concluded with Israel under American auspices in 1978. Occupied territories refers to lands under Israeli control. Retaliation means counterattack. Suck it into means drag into. Shred the peace accords means destroy the agreement. American auspices means under U.S. influence. Jordan's position is even more precarious, with some 35% of its population of 11 million already comprising Palestinians, many of whom are angry at the Gaza genocide, the West Bank settlements expansions, and Israel's riding roughshod over many areas under the Palestinian Authority. Precarious means risky or unstable. Riding roughshod means acting without regard for others. Another influx of Palestinians may well ignite the tinderbox that is very unstable as it is. Influx means a large arrival. Ignite the tinderbox is an idiom meaning to trigger a volatile situation. An encouraging sign comes from what the Saudi government, media, public figures, and academics have been saying within the country, and also while talking to foreign media. They have the same message. A two-state solution is a prerequisite to any normalization. Encouraging sign means a positive indication. Prerequisite means a necessary condition. Normalization refers to establishing formal ties with Israel. Saudi academic Mutlaq al-Mutairi of King Saud University has been reported as saying that Saudi Arabia will support the Arab plan even if it means compensating Egypt and Jordan for the aid that Trump has threatened to cut off. Compensating means providing financial support in place of lost aid. The U.S. president is known for taking obnoxious, absolutist positions in order to kickstart negotiations and make deals. He also remains extremely unpredictable. Obnoxious means offensive. Absolutist positions means rigid, uncompromising stances. Kickstart means initiate. But what is not is the Palestinians' will to fight for freedom and the liberation of their land, as we heard from those sitting on the rubble of their homes under which lie the remains of their loved ones. They said they weren't going anywhere. Rubble means debris from destroyed buildings. Weren't going anywhere means they refused to leave. Egyptian real estate tycoon Hisham Talat Mustafa, quoted by Egypt's Daily News, has proposed a $27 billion reconstruction plan for Gaza as an alternative to Trump's, which he termed an illogical and unfeasible proposal. His plan visualizes no displacement from Gaza. Tycoon means a wealthy businessman. Illogical and unfeasible means unrealistic and impractical. Visualizes means envisions or plans. Speaking on NBC TV, Mr. Mustafa outlined his vision for creating 200,000 housing units in Gaza within 3 years. He proposed utilizing the resources of 40 to 50 construction companies and allocating $20 billion to construct enough units to accommodate 1.3 million residents. A further $4 billion would be invested in infrastructure and $3 billion in educational, healthcare, and commercial services. Outlined his vision means presented his plan. Infrastructure includes roads, water, and electricity systems. Is Mr. Mustafa's plan part of the well-advanced Egyptian plan that unnamed officials have been referring to? And will Arab leaders prove wrong Saad Zaghloul, the leader of Egypt's nationalist movement in 1919, who scoffed at the idea of Arab unity by asking, 0 plus 0 equals what? Scoffed at means mocked or dismissed. Arab unity refers to cooperation among Arab nations. The writer is a former editor of Dawn. Abbas Nasir at hotmail.com, published in Dawn, February 16, 2025.